We all have a story. We have a story of where we come from. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a mother. I'm a bride. And we have these stories that create a narrative of our lives that we form our identity around. St. Paul recognizes this when he acknowledges that St. Timothy is in a line of holy people, and he's equipped to proclaim the gospel, to be bold in proclaiming the gospel. But maybe some of us have grown up in homes or have a history where that identity wasn't connected with something as holy, something as noble. Maybe there's trauma, maybe there is addiction, maybe there is sin, maybe there's something there that makes it a little more difficult. And the hope that Jesus gives us today in the gospel is that regardless of the histories that we come from, regardless of our story and the identity that has been given to us here on this earth, he's calling us and offering us a new identity as his brothers and sisters, an invitation to life with the Holy Trinity. Jesus is giving us that today. He's giving us that message, that good news, that those who do the will of the Father, those who follow God, are the brothers and sisters of Jesus Christ. We take on a new name. We take on a new identity when we say yes to following Jesus, to being his disciple. And that is amazing news. That's amazing news because whatever generational bondage might be in our stories, there's a new story that we're invited to that's fully ours, the story of God's people. That he has come into our world and broken through the darkness of any suffering that we can experience and has invited us to life with him. And so this week, my prayer for you and something that I'm working on is just to really hold tight to that identity. That my story is not just what I grew up with or what I'm doing now in the present moment, but really to take on my own story is being a child of God. I'm a sister of Christ. I'm a daughter of God the Father by virtue of my baptism. And that is my story. And that story ends in victory and it ends in glory, no matter how much suffering I had to do to get here. And Jesus Christ is offering that same victory, that same good news to you. Those who follow the will of God, those who do the will of the Father are brothers and sisters of Jesus Christ. And that is your story. It is my story. It's our story as the people of God. And we need to lay claim to that. And we need to live boldly and preach that gospel to the world. The ends of the earth need to hear the good news that the story that they have been living on this earth is not the end. That's not the final end of the book. There's more. There's more. And there's hope in Jesus Christ that he will bring the healing and the freedom that our hearts are looking for. That the story of a God who saves is our story. That's us. That's our family. If we will follow the will of God. I'm praying for you this week. God bless you.